Hold on, everyone.
This guy built.
I knew that was gonna happen. Alright, we're gonna share this. All right. All right. I think we're good. Hello, everyone. Today we're doing Pillars of Eternity. I have played this game before. It's a really good game, so we're going to do normal. We're helper features of the game. Players who want to rely on their own. There's Ironclad. Oh boy. Path of the Damned difficulty. Enemies receiving a bonus and most stats and encounters have many more enemies. Warning, this option can't be changed in game. It's only intended for okay. Alright, so this game is a little different. It's actually, let me just show you. Now here we go. This is a PS4 game. It is a good game. I will not lie.
5 wagons grope blindly for the path on a starless night.
Oh my God.
Their master glancing ever upward to the skies for assurance that he is on the right course. A dim lantern, his only protection against the encroaching darkness. But the skies bring no comfort, shining no light, betraying no hint of what they know. The caravan carries travelers bound for the frontier hamlet of Gilded Vale, you among them, where a local lord has offered land and wealth to settlers from abroad looking for a fresh start. You have taken suddenly ill, sweating and shivering, and one of the other travelers signals for the caravan master to stop on your behalf. He pulls up just in time to avoid plowing into the trunk of a fallen tree that bars the way ahead. You will go no further tonight.
Ooh. Okay. So this is now character creation. So basically each one has its benefits and so we're going to go with female. I haven't played a female character in a while. So we got all these races. Mind you, this game's like D&D. It's a lot like it, except the rules are completely different. Completely different races and all that. Like you got a Numa, which is basically a giant human version. You got dwarves, you got elves, and then we got you got Orlins, which are kind of a hairier creature. And then you got a godlike. Godlikes are, which it says right here, the godlike are children of the girth, civilized races, who have been blessed with physical aspects associated with the gods. Though some do not consider it a blessing, these aspects may take many forms and often come with a mysterious mystical powers. Armor head shapes are typical, and godlikes are unable to wear protective headgear, as it is near impossible to find anything that fits because of their unusual nature and their inability to reproduce. Godlike are often viewed with fear and wonder. And then you got like dexterity and dex and like the pros and the cons and basically what it is. So I haven't played a dwarf or an elf before, or Orlean. So Orlan. I don't know. Maybe I should go with the Orlan or the dwarf. I'm gonna go with the dwarf. I'm more of a frontline fighter. So we're gonna be we got a mountain dwarf and a Bureau dwarf. So there's slight different. Most Bureau dwarfs, I cannot pronounce that, live in the remote southern island of Nasituk, where they share the rocky tundra and snow-covered forests with migratory pale elves and the coast-hugging ships of Onumna, while their northern cousins share an instinctive love and love for exploration. Dwarves are somewhat common in the Valyrian republics, but seldom encountered in the Dyrwood. Hunter's instincts. Borrow dwarves gain plus 15 accuracy against a creature of the wilder or primordial types. We got this guy, the mountain dwarves. Mountain dwarves oriented in the content to the east of Dyrwood and have spread throughout the area several times. Unlike the similarly dependent Orlans, who are frequently subjugated, the Aptakapo have always directly fought against back threats posed by larger kith and opt to fortify their residences rather than move on. Mountain dwarves are common in the Valyrian republics and not seen often in the Dyrwood or Redegrass. Hale and hardy. Mountain dwarves have a bonus to defend against poison and disease attacks. I'm going to go with the mountain dwarf. Now, this is where it gets interesting. We got several choices to go through. And each one's so like barbarian, paladin, druid, fighter, wizard, monk, ranger, rogue, kind of the same thing. Cypher, enchanter, and we already know what a priest is. It's basically a cleric. So a chanter, a cypher, well, they're all different. They all have their different abilities and just different everything. It can be really scary. So I could go with a druid, which makes them transform. But sneak attack, I could go with a rogue. Ranger gets a, I think they get an animal companion. Yes, they get an animal companion, which is kind of nice, in my opinion. We got a priest, monk. You know, I haven't played ranger in a while, so we're going to do that. Marked prey. Now, what are we going to do? So we got wolf, stag, lion, boar, bear, antelope. Each one giving different companions are naturally superior defenses. Bear companions are naturally high damage reduction, giving them superior protection from all forms of damage. Boar companions inflict more damage when they are below 50% endurance, which is basically their health. Lion companions have the ability to terrify enemies with a powerful roar. Stags activate a melee attack that does damage to all enemies in the small area around the main target. And wolf companions do high damage and can be more easily avoided disengagement attacks. So I want to go with the lion because the lion's kind of cool. And we're going to name him Leo for lion. Leo the lion. I know, it's kind of cheesy, but you know. So I got to figure out what kind. Perception's got to be pretty high. There we go. Constitution kind of sucks, but we're going to be kind of a range. So now we got a bunch of countries besides the Dyrwood. So we got Deadfire Archipelago, Exaltial Plains, Old Valyria, Ratonai. I want to say Ratatouille for some reason. The Living Lands, and the White That Bends. Let's check a look at that. A large, cracked southern express of polar ice, the White That Bends is home to pale elves and small colonies of daring explorers, outcasts, and adventurers. While virtual no plant life grows in the White, it is home to many hardy species of dangerous animals that forage from the sea and prey upon each other to survive. I think that might work with her. Okay, so now her background. Like, is she an aristocrat, a drifter, a hunter, explorer, laborer, merchant, or mystic? You've never been able to explain how the universe guides your path. Behind every task you undertake is a feeling of cosmetic direction. Gives me +2 lore. You know, I'm going to go with mystic. Now, this is going to be what's going to define our character. So we're just going to kind of make it quick. Her hair, let's make it black. So we'll do that. And now we got to choose her hairstyle. Let's see. Let's start from 1. And you can actually create more characters, but they won't make a big difference. Ah, that looks good. And as you can see, there's not a lot of choices. So we're going to go with this one. Voice. So
I shall lead us. Ha!
Yes.
And then you got male, and that's pretty much it. So we're going to go with Mystic because of how her background is. So we're going to do that. And now, what we're going to name her. This is nice about the campaign because it's very quick, very catchy. Just boom, 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 boom. So, what are we going to do? Edra. That works. We finished the character creation. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Oh, my goodness. There we are. The caravan master finishes addressing the group, but his brushy red mustache and saggy jowls quiver as if for
Everybody stays close to the wagons, got it? Stay out of the woods, and beasts take you if you are planning a stroll through those ruins up there.
He nods towards a looming black mass on the hillside.
Is crawling with hut-dwelling types who'd be happy to stick an axe in you for trespassing. So mind that you don't track mud on their sacred blazing rocks. Tonight, everybody stays put, and in the morning we'll get the path cleared. Gilded Vale's less than a day out. Understood?
At last, the caravan master turns to you, frowning as he looks you over.
Rot, could be. There's a stinging beetle around here, carries it. You'll be fine once it passes your innards. Unless you don't drink water, of course. Which case you'll be dead in a day. There's a berry grows in these parts, small and pink, called a springberry. About the size of a fingernail. Give you cramps if you eat it, but the frontiersmen make a tea from it. Calms the insides. Should get you through the night. You might check around, see if you can find some. Meanwhile, I'll see if we can scare you up some water. I know you want to hunt before it gets much darker. Let's see about refilling our water first. Got a sick one here.
Odama looks over his shoulder as a lacking, tense man named Sparfell. He carries an old sun-bleached bow, and then he nods in your direction. Sparfell nods and slides the bow over his shoulder. What are these huge rocks coming out of the ground?
Adra, where you come from? Well, it just grows up out of the ground like this. Goes deep like tree roots. Some of it all the way to the heart of the world, you believe the stories. It's more like a shell than a proper rock. Easier to work if you're a mason. Got all kinds of strange properties. Seems to have some kind of life of its own. Dies if it gets dug up. Loses its luster. Folks think it probably grew at one point or another, but not these days. The soul butchers in Defiance Bay use it for different things. I've heard tell it can hold a man's soul, but I don't care to see it. Got enough to worry about without seeing something like that. Not if you hurry about your business, and not if the weather holds up. This time of year, rain mostly, and wind. But there's a different kind of wind out here time to time. Locals call it a Beowick, born out of the ether, the spirit's path. Never seen it myself, never care to. Nothing you won't see on half the hills of Air Glonfoth. Money to be made selling their knickknacks in Defiance Bay if you don't mind getting stuck with Glonfoth and arrows now and again. They didn't build them, but I'll be the effigy if they don't watch them like a mother bear. Of course, all the ones around here have been ransacked 10 times over. Got nothing left worth half a pond, so I hear.
Hands of the week.
Got different names for them. Settlers called them Ingwithans. Nobody that liked them enough to stop them becoming ruins, tell you that much. They grow on a bush that's common round here, kind of funny looking. You'll know it when you see it. Doubt you'd have to go far off the road to find one. Hold on. Take someone with you. I know you're not some helpless tenderfoot, not like most of this lot. But you drop dead, I don't want to be looking for the body. Got a schedule to keep.
He scans over the travelers, resting his eyes at length on a sturdy, old, armor-clad woman who has spent the journey's night sleeping on uneven ground without blanket or pillow.
Kalisha!
The woman looks up on her own time. She needs to find some spring berries. Watch that she don't drop dead.
What kind of guide says something like that?
Kind you can afford.
Don't listen to her. You're in good hands. And I pay too well, if anything.
Odema chuckles and shakes his head. He looks at you, and then he says his first thing. He casts a sidelong glance at her.
Hayden should have supplies. See that you're equipped before you head out. We're in harsh country. Get your berries and hurry back. And if you get so much as a tickle of wind, you drop everything and you run. Something in the air tonight. If it's a Beowick, we'll shelter in the ruins. Hut dwellers be damned.
You heard the man. Let's get going before you keel over.
All right, so this is what we got.
I can get it to spill its secrets.
All right, let's get a look around. Caravan.
Anyone need supplies? I've got sundries for sale.
You have a man wearing simple but mostly neat clothes. He's transfixed, however, by a ragged tear in the seam of his tunic.
A whole wagon full of goods to sell, but not enough shirts for the road. Say, is there anything you need?
Okay, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna figure out. Okay, so we got. What's that? Oh no, I am not selling that. And what's that? Space Piglet? Okay, that might explain a little bit, but we'll see what happens. Okay, so let's see. I think I am going to go with a battle axe. I'm going to go with a battle axe first. And I can't afford any of those. So we'll trade that, and we're good to go. So now I gotta remember all the controls. That's gonna be the fun part. So, what does this do? And pet right there. Okay, so actions. Examine. This item grants the ability to shield the wearer from myriad perils that plague the world of Aurora. As an aspect of the god Edifice. What? Okay, Guan represents the harvest of the old age, symbolized here by the many interlocked sickles that form the ring. As Guan helps protect the dignity of the old age, so too do his followers pledge to prevent young lives from being harvested before their time. Okay. This tiny titanic pig has an otherworldly appearance that seems to be at odds with the entering behavior. If it follows you dutifully, and requires nothing in return save companionship. Okay. So, as you can see, we need to have that. And then we got a little bit of regeneration milk. Really? Really? Alright, so as you can see, we got our other character right here, Kalisha. She's a level 1 fighter, so we can actually count on her for help. And then we got Leo. Press L1 or R2 lets you quickly cycle through your party members. Okay. Okay, I know all this.
I'll have your water soon enough. Stream's not going anywhere.
Well, I'd be kind of weird if it did.
Let's check by those outcroppings.
What in the world? Uh-oh. Alright, well, here's our first fight. Nothing too big. Unpause. Yeah. Unpause.
Spot on.
Hey, we got Wolfhide.
This is it.
We got the Springberries. Sweet. Mystic. I heard you're kind of a spiritual sort. I spend my days studying theology. I get visions from time to time that guide my way. Spirituality was my life. I was an ascetic. I get visions from time to time that guide my way. Okay. Yeah? How does it happen to come here? People tried to use me for their own ends. I needed autonomy. I was accused of heresy. I had a vision that sent me here. You've got a lot on your mind then. Hopefully things work out in the end. But in this mysterious experience, they don't always. Kalisha breathes in her surroundings. Been a long time since I've been this way, but I always did like it. Lord Roderick's offer makes a girl think. I'll give him that. You here to settle this like the rest of the lot? It's a hard offer to pass up. You won't find any offers like it in these parts. Believe me, that's some big plan in store. I'm going to settle here and start my new life. I'm going to lay low for a while. Try not to bring too much attention to myself. Get filled with the rich. I have no idea what I'm going to do next. I'm going to go with that one only because she got a vision. She doesn't know, so she's going to go completely spontaneous, huh? Interesting. Well, there's probably no hurry to make up your mind. They've got an inn in Gildavale that'll put you up as long as you need. So my sister tells me. Anyway, I'm wasting time here. Odma, give me an earful. Let's go on our way. Tell me about yourself. I got simple needs. I like open skies and far horizons. I find work that lets me live that way. My family wanders too. We started in Deerwood, but my parents ended up in the Living Lands. I've got a brother in Rawatai and another in Idiri. My sister is in Gildavale. She's the only real home buddy. What can you tell me about Deerwood? I'm not much for history, but from what I know, it used to be part of the Adir Empire. Broke off after a war once some years back. The locals here are feisty, and that's how they like it. They've been out of touch, but I've been hearing weird kinds of things about it lately. People having trouble giving birth, I guess. A lot of them. Been going on for years now, but somehow it's getting worse. With an uneasy tremor in her voice, she adds, I'll have to ask my sister more about it. Why are you here? Cassilia sighs unevenly. Her eyes search the ground at her feet. My sister moved out here some time back. She sent me a letter. She seemed worried, but that's how she always is. This time, though, she asked me to come out, and that's got me a little worried. I haven't seen her in ages. Been doing guide work in Ixamiatl, but I do anything for her. She's a much better woman than me. So I'm here and we'll see. Oma will work I've worked with before. He hasn't really given a route this way, but he's doing it for me. You know, I wouldn't hold my breath that Sparfell's getting you water anytime soon. He does what he feels like when he feels like it. He should check on him first. Slap him around a little. Stream's just down the way. Come on. Let's get on our way. All right, let's go down that way. Ooh, mushrooms. Burned lady. Oh, lovely. Mind you, this game has so much lore that like you can examine everything and figure out what everything means and why they're called that. It's so beautiful. And mind you, the artwork is just beautiful. All right, so potions. I'm trying to figure out how do I use that one thing. Spend some money to do that. Okay, so I can't really do much. Okay, so
Sooner we find Sparfel, sooner we can get you feeling better.
yeah. Okay, let's see here. Well, let's just keep going, I guess. I'll figure it out.
What a surprise. Sparfel went hunting. This is recent. Not good.
You're telling me. Let's look over here. Nothing over here. I'm not gonna like this. Not one bit. Crouch on the riverbank and dip your water skin into the cool water while Cassilia waits nearby, keeping watch. As you rise, you notice her look up sharply toward the tree line. Out of the trees emerges Sparfell, one of the Guilds, barely discriminable in the dim moonlight. He no longer carries his bow, and there is a strangeness in his gait. His stride wobbly as he moves towards you with a labored breath.
Are you all right?
Sparfel's toe catches on a rock, and he collapses forward in a heap. The feathered shaft of an arrow planted between his shoulders like an enemy flag. Uh-oh.
Ambush!
We're in trouble. Alright, time for some fun. Alright. You are going to go take care of her. Frightening War. And you're going to go up here, and you're going to knock him down. So let's see how this goes. Okay, that's not good.
We have to get back to camp.
What about Buddy here? Nothing. Okay. Let's go. Oop. Come on, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up.
Come on, we have to get back to camp.
Let's move, let's move, let's move, let's move. Uh-oh. All right, come on, come on. We take everything. Oh no. All around you lie the massacred remains of other travelers, peppered with arrows and knife hilts. Splayed and bug-eyed and filthy. Cecilia puts her hand, back of her left hand to her mouth as if to ward away some poisonous vapor. A handful of dark figures stand above the fallen, treading on limbs and backs and heads, jerking their axes from bodies as if from half-split logs. The ruins have not been sullied by our hands. Men of it. Alright, so this is good. Your words carry no weight when I'm done, when I've seen the truth with my own eyes. Blood must be paid for this intrusion. So I say again, lay down your arms. Don't trust them. They'll mean to kill us all. Only a fool attacks a weak enemy while a stronger one yet lives. Your courage is a mask. None of you have yet slain a true warrior. The man brow ceases questioning. We have killed many trespassers like you. Your kills are sloppy. The wounds on these people are inefficient and off target. This is the work of untested men accumulated into carelessness. The man bares his teeth. He looks at him helpless, his eyes shut slightly for a killing blow. The man spits. He shoves Holden towards you. As he does so, the man rakes his blade against Holden's torso. Holden screams and stumbles forward, a wide gash in his clothing beginning to pool crimson. The man sets his feet to engage you. His ex. Alright. You go after him. You go after him. And Leo, you too. You go after him too. We're going to do that. And then we're going to go do this. Alright, on pause. Your enemy lies supine on the ground, unable to rise. His companion is now silent among the other dead. His breath comes in wheezing, fitful gasps. He looks not at you, but the sky above you. Forgive us. Barely audible beneath his choked sighs, a whisper of wind stirs the air. At this, the man's eyes roll back as he closes them. Good. Good. The gods are just. A queer smile crosses his face. I am ready. The wind begins to swell, whipping around the camp, electric and violet volatiles, upending pots and rattling tents like an angry spirit. You can feel it beginning to seep beneath your skin, and where it pierces you, it feels as though it is rendering you apart from within. Seated across the wheel, a wagon wheel amidst the hollowing maelstrom, slashed across chest and bowel. Otima's body stirs, and with great effort, he raises his staggering head. His eyes barely open. He looks directly at you.
Inside. Run!
Now we run. Beowick. That has to be a Beowick. This is scary. Straining against a gale that threatens to pull you off your feet with every step. You set your hands in a worn folds of weathered rock and set about pulling yourself up to precipice. With the last burst of energy before your arms give out, you swing yourself up onto the ledge. Hadrian trails behind, slowed by injury and delayed by early hesitation. As he enters the face of the rocks, one of the fallen attackers who have been feigning death lunges for him and topples him to the rocky ground. Restrained, Helena lashes out against his fatigued assailant. He but struggles to break him his hold. They are close to you. From your position, you would have a good chance of hitting your mark. Your aim is true and hit jars Helden loose. Lunching to his feet, Helden clambers up to the base of the rocks. As he nears the top, however, the wind flares, pulling him in sideways and tearing one of his hands free. But diving into the hard rock, you manage to catch hold of it, securing his other hand to pull him with waning strength, and it feels as though your arms will be jerked from their sockets. They hold just long enough for Herodin to set his feet and join you on the trembling ledge. There is a deep resonance as the swelling wind now. You feel in the rocks beneath your feet and inside the cavity of your own chest, as though it would shake the marrow from your bones. Each new gust menaces to hold stones before you, loosening connections, unsettling balances. As you dart beneath the old archway, the entire portal begins to fall beneath its own weight. Whew! Mind you, this game has a lot of reading. I will do my best to keep on top of it.
Was that?
A Beowick. Had to be.
And we're lucky to be alive.
And we're the only ones.
We can't stay here. There could be another collapse. We're not getting out that way anyway. Let's get further inside. Can you walk?
Her eyes are ragged slash across Shen's belly. Alright. Let's keep going, guys. Oh, a lower level of the ruins has been blocked off by fallen rubble. Well, yeah. Oh, here we are.
Far enough. But what now?
Rises and falls visibly with each breath. That should be far enough.
Look for another way out. Storm has to die sometime.
Clint shakes her head. Windstorm. Of a kind they only get in Glenfoth. Not too many people live through them, so it's hard to know what's true. The Gwafothan word is Beowick. To them, it's the gods' way of reaping the souls of the land that couldn't find their own way out. But they take a living soul as soon as the dead one. Still got yours? Who attacked us? Glenfothans. Those be the hunt dwellers Otima warned you about, looking to be fangs of Gallowang, who are the twitchiest of the lot. They go ruin to ruin, looking for fights with colonists. Poor Alwyn, I think he half expected this once he lost the main road. Said we trespassed in the ruins? I don't believe that. Otima would never allow it, but as much as the fangs are hotheads, Gwafothans don't attack without being provoked. Either they saw something and got the wrong idea, or she glances down the passage there. Or there's looters in here with us. That's not something we need to right now. What about everyone else in our caravan? Let's press Callista's lips pressed together, and her chin rumbles. Her voice is faint. The wheels got hold of them now. She looks up. Gods grant them better luck in their next lives. You don't seem too upset about all this. Looks at you in the eye, a volatile current running beneath her voice. Maybe you just don't know me enough to know what upsets look like. What upset looks like. And maybe I've seen worse too. Seen worse and kept on walking. Because there's nothing else to be done. And because there's other people who you care about who still need... Okay, I already read that. Let's get going. He takes a step forward and his knee buckles, and before anyone could catch him, he stumbles to the ground, his cheek striking the time-worn cobbles. On unsteady legs, he claws his way up to the wall and back of his feet, but his stance is shaky. He like a sailor walking on land after a time.
Could we maybe stay here and rest a few hours? I've lost some blood. Seems quiet off to the left. Be a place to rest there.
I hate to say this, but we can't afford to stay put. Those Glaunds are about something. Could be we got company in here. Looters will be armed and ready to kill, and there's probably a lot of them. We can't be caught sleeping in their beds.
Please, I just need to lie down for a while. Then we can move as fast as you want.
Maybe you didn't hear me. We are gonna die in here if we don't get moving and get this place figured out before the looters come back. We've either got to find the exit or a damn good place to hide.
Okay. I agree with Hayden because he's hurt, and if he can't fight, then
this will be the end of us. No offense, but there's people out there I'd much rather die for.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, so let's go this way.
Someone else has been here. We should move.
See if they left anything useful behind.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did. All right, we got some camping supplies and a small shield and a torch. Sweet. So we're gonna rest. Yep, there we go. Nice and rest. Holden stretches as he wakes, gingerly probing the gash around his stomach. The flesh has begun to knit together.
The gods, that's better. I think I'm ready to find a way out.
He sits up quickly and looks around the chamber. She really did leave us. She won't get far unless he claws to his knees and begins rummaging through the equipment with mounting desperation.
She took all our water.
If we hurry, we can catch her. Let's go, guys. Come on. Come on, Callisto. You had to do that. Of all things. Oh, no. All right, we're not going to go in there until we are sure we know where to go. There we go.
Poor Kalisha.
She took a lot of stuff. She took a lot of stuff. I'm kind of surprised by that. So we got that up there. Get some more lore, I guess. All right, let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. Let's keep... Oh, no. What are these? Less black ooze, of course. And down they go. I love that lion. We got another weapon. Of course we do. Use your water skin to clear off the ooze. It's just ooze of some sort. So far, so good. Yeah, I wish some people would actually join, but you know, life's life. Can't really get upset about it. Let's go this way because we don't have much to worry about. Uh-oh. Skulder meat. Okay.
I could
We
scout
got
ahead.
through.
See-
Yeah, too late. If I can get on it. There we go. There's two of them. Oh, of course there's two of them. Oh, we just made it explode. Of course we made it explode. Alright. Let's take a look around here. Alright. Do you feel that? There's a draft coming through that wall. I don't hear any sound of that storm either. There we go. Those spiders were getting on my nerves. More spiders, of course. And a big one! It's a famished one. Oh my goodness, that means... I'll explain why it's attacking. Come on, Leo. We got a long day ahead of us, okay? We got a helmet. Alright, so let's go to inventory. Doesn't change much. Actually, hold on a minute. Let's do that, yeah. And then the helmet. There we go. Now she's all set and ready to go. Now, we got one more thing to do. And we need to go back. Leo. Hey, Leo. Hey, Marnie. Just enjoying your spot? Place the gem in the eye, and there we go. I really should be reading those, shouldn't I? I do apologize, everyone. I really do. I just haven't really been thinking today, I guess.
This trip could have gone better.
Oh, very much so. It could have gone a lot better. You think? Oh, I got more inventory stuff to do. I got a cloak. Too bad we can't. There. So we got a white cloak. Nothing big. I like cloaks in this game, to be honest. What happens if we go here? Ooh. Look, The excerpt continues to gnaw on knots of cartilage and tendon. Oh boy. Yep, we got that. Okay. We're good to go. Let's just go around again so we don't have to worry. So we're going to go fast travel here. Well, kind of. Hold on a minute. Alright, we're almost done here. We're almost to the end. There we go. Let's go, people. Let's get out of here. Okay, let's get out of here. Wait a minute. What's going on out there? 4 figures stand before an otherworld Apitus, an ancient structure of chiseled Audra and metallic veins, ominous and looming like a silent observer. Standing motionless in their midst is what appears to be a human body, colorless as stone or ash. The other figures gaze upon it in what might be contemplation. From your vantage point, you are well obscure from their view. The figure closest to the machine stands out among them. A thick gray beard frames a fat face, otherwise hidden beneath a metallic mask. His faded robes are embroidered with a runic language unlike anything you have ever seen, and he wears a strange black headdress with 2 protrusions that just jut out like the wings of some malevolent creature.
Oathbinder, bear witness, and see this man has kept his word true to his last breath, full to his blood's last drop. Guide his soul, queen that was, and regard it among your favored. Let his life by the key be his confession. Let his death by the key be his absolution.
Oh, hello, viewer.
May he walk the world ever free of the crushing weight of the book.
All right.
Your brother has done his part, and you have seen the power of his contribution. I will accept no further hesitation from the rest of you.
Yeah, in
Sight of
turn.
the queen that was, will you fulfill the oath? Will you take your place beside your brother in the endless esteem of her memory that is without flaw? Step forth and be assured of the great worth of your life's course.
What's he doing? What? Is that a Buick? That's not good. Ah! For an instant, the Apitus goes quiet and the air is still. Then all at once it erupts with a convulsive surge. Light floods your vision and you are knocked to the ground. Your head snaps back as you land and pain wells into the back of your skull, washing your last thoughts away into the dark unconscious void. You open your eyes to a different place, another time. You stand in a circular room, grand and domed, as its walls lined with Audra and trimmed with copper. The style is ancient, but the chamber is unweathered. As far end, a great pillar of Audra pierces the floor from below, and shimmers textures given the illusion of boundless depth. Encircling the pillar is a Apitus which, like the one you've just seen, but immense and magnificent, multifaceted and intertwined. Your thoughts are yours and not yours, and they seem to exist before you think, then you to think them, and they are all questions, pressing questions, troubling questions, questions that must be answered, or at the base of the pillar now, you see a man with a thick gray beard and the ceremonial robe crowned like a strange ornamental headdress. You know this man. You are walking towards him, now at a pace that is hurried, like, while trying not to appear so. You have something you have to ask him. One question above all, and the question spins madly in your mind. Oh. Leo? He's okay. You awaken to find a malice has broken, only to be replaced with something far more concerning. Faint whispers are audible at the edge of your hearing, like ringing in your ears that does not subside. Movements flit through the pierceable periphery, but when you turn to look, you can see no sign of whatever it was. You find your gaze reluctantly darting this way and that, an involuntary paranoid tick. If this is sickness, it may be dangerous to go without treatment for long. The figures at the machine stand frozen in place, flesh and blood replaced by cinders and ash. The man who led them is nowhere to be seen. You find Holden a short distance away in a shallow lake of his own blood. His body does not stir. You are alone and far from help. Gilded Veil may be your best hope by receiving treatment before things get worse. Oh, and we leveled up. So, we're going to do mechanics. And athletics, we're just going to kind of do everything, you know. Actually, I got to do one more thing. Yep, that works. We'll do lore. One more. No, we'll do mechanics. Okay. The Ranger's animal companion gets improved defense against charm, confused, and dominated affliction. Okay. What is this? I don't have magic. What? It's my class. The Rem mimics the Chanter's ability to summon skeletons, though it cannot be used until some time had passed in combat and cannot be frequently. Okay. Increase the arsenal with ranged weapons using adjacent targets. Okay. Alright, Snake's reflexes. Characters, I'm going to do reflex defense. And that will get me going. Sadly enough, our buddy didn't make it. So we're going to take everything from him. And well, guys, I wonder what happened. I do wonder. Well, until then, this is Old Shogun 2. And I will see you next time. See ya.